First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
It's Akers. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton forced out to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap for Newton. Intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he will take us across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available and incompletion as a result.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Akers, the ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Now Brady. They'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And 1.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Saints 7, Vikings nothing. Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
At the 29-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go, blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
16 yards, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was taken down by...
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Saints 17. Vikings nothing. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Newton, 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
42-yard line.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A 5-yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Brady. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
44-yard line.
Brady now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
For Eric Ebron, incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Loss of 9 on the play. Brings up.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert. After the penalty, here's Freeman. So we got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
46-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down now, Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 34-yard line.
Now this time, Brady will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
So plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Cam Akers. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. The man Here's Ross complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Brady. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Come on! It's a... Big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mostert. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Taken down by...
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll try and run. Freeman. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Saints 24, Vikings 7. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Newton. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Vikings. That's the end.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Akers. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brady now to throw. The throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Thomas. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the handoff, it's Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 11. Fights him off. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Open man is Anderson. 30, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. 76 yards, and the Saints add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Thomas. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going over a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
The defense can stop it.